Greetings, Nick with Sweetwater here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Sheriff V1 effects pedal from my English pals over at Victory Amplification. This little bad boy amp in a box right here. As I'm sure you're well aware, Victory amps offer 5 very successful lines of tube amps in head and preamp form. And said 5 are the Copper, the Duchess, the Jack, the Sheriff, and the Kraken. If you're a Stompbox fan, you'll be happy to know that the company now offers each of these 5 very different tasty tonal flavors in a compact amp in a box option. So let's check out the Sheriff V1 pedal, shall we? This sturdy, no-nonsense stomp box is the result of a collaboration between Victory and acclaimed British pedal maker Adrian Thorpe of Thorpe Effects. Unlike its bigger brothers, though, it doesn't contain any tubes. That said, this little brute still successfully manages to add the Sheriff sound to your pedal board. Now, when you take into account its name and also its black and gold housing, I'm sure it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the Sheriff is inspired by a classic British amp synonymous with the groundbreaking blues rock tones of the 60s, also the classic rock that dominated the 70s, and then, of course, last but certainly not least, those hot-rodded metal sounds that completely crushed in the late 70s and most of the 80s. And, as you've just heard, despite my dodgy playing, that's exactly what the Sheriff is capable of delivering to your pedal board. Very nice. Now, as you can see, its 5 controls are exactly what you'd expect them to be, namely volume, gain, bass, middle, and treble. The Sheriff also boasts true bypass and houses a none more bigger blue jewel light that lets you know in no uncertain terms when the pedal is engaged. Oh, and by the way, this pedal has some serious heft to it. It's pretty darned heavy for being so compact. This is no lightweight for sure. Sorry about that. That was pure unadulterated cheese, but I just couldn't resist it. Anyway, the Sheriff V1 needs to be powered by a 9-volt center-negative DC adapter. As it's so full of electronics, there's no darn room in it for a battery as well. And just so you know, I'm running the pedal into the clean channel of this fine Blackstar St. James rig to my right. Here's said clean sound with the pedal off so you've got a reference. Yep, that's pretty clean, isn't it? So, as you've just heard, the Sheriff V1 is delivering all of the dirt, from subtle low gain to 80s shred metal stun. To prove the latter, I'm going to change guitars. Thanks to its powerful and versatile 3-band EQ, it's possible to dial in the distinct Sheriff sounds you want with any amp you're plugged into, which was one of Victory's main goals when developing this bad boy. Oh yeah, and just so you know, each one is hand-built in Surrey, England as well. Very nice. One other thing I personally found really cool to do with the Sheriff V1 pedal was this, using it as a mid-bump and low-cut OD in front of an already dirty amp. Let's quickly check that out, shall we? Here's the amp sound with the pedal off. That wasn't a shabby sound at all, was it? Now, let's try it again, but this time with the Sheriff V1 on, with its gain and bass backed off, the middle cranked, and the treble set to taste, or in my case, distinct lack thereof. Let's have at it. Now, I could obviously keep tweaking and playing through the Sheriff V1 for hours because it's such a fun pedal to mess around with. That said, by now I'm sure you've got the drift on how good it is, and I've probably had enough of my whittling anyway. For more information on the hand-wired Sheriff V1 pedal, this one here, or any of Victory Amplification's other fine products, please go to sweetwater.com, or better still, call your friendly sales engineer, and he or she will be only too happy to help you further. That said, I'm out of here. Cheerio. Thank you so very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment nicely please, and also subscribe. Click here for more videos like this, or start at sweetwater.com for all of your music instrument and pro audio needs. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.